Good afternoon, and good afternoon. Welcome to Griffin Spalding County Schools Fall Sports Media Day. Today is August 6, 2025. My name is Bill Stykes. I'm the District AD for Spalding County. Glad to be joined today by our athletes from the football teams from Spalding High School and Griffin High School. It's the fall 2025 season. We're going to start Media Day by asking our coaches a couple questions, followed by our student athletes a few questions. Just a few housekeeping rules. Restrooms are outside to the right. And gentlemen, when you speak, please make sure you speak into the mic, as this is being recorded and is being live streamed as well. First set of questions, we'll go to our coaches. So we'll start first with Coach Davis and then go to Coach Goodrum on this first question. Coach, please introduce yourself and the student athletes that you brought with you today and include their position and grade level.
Okay, Coach Nick Davis, head football coach, Spalding High School. Today we have with us senior Jay Davis, plays defensive back, receiver. Also we have sophomore Devin Bass, plays quarterback, and Kamar Berry, he's a junior, plays running back and safety.
Great, thanks Coach Davis. Coach Goodrum, same question. If you'll introduce yourself, student athletes you brought, and their position and grade level.
Yes, sir. Bernard Goodrum, head football coach, Griffin High School. Today I have with me Marquel Colden, senior running back. I have Corday Alexander, junior receiver, and Paul Robinson, junior linebacker.
Great, thanks. We'll stay with Coach Goodrum for the next question. Coach, talk to us about the season. What are you most looking forward to as the head football coach at Griffin High?
Man, I'm just excited to be back home. I've been gone for 9-10 years, and just to be back home and just be around family, be around the guys, and have an opportunity to coach a really good football team. These guys are disciplined, they're sound, they're great men, they're great human beings. I'm excited to pour my experience and everything that I've learned from other places, into them. And I think this year is a year that we can grow as a team, and really be able to get wins on the scoreboard and also off the field as well too.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Coach Davis, same question. What are you most looking forward to this year?
We have a very young football team. You look at it on paper, it's a rebuilding year for us, but I'm excited to see our young men grow in every phase of the game as a student, as an athlete, and an active community member. The biggest thing, and I guess what really excites me about this group is seeing how close they are becoming in the process. And I talk to them every day. They really can't see it yet, but they can feel it. We had a little conversation earlier. Everybody judge off wins and losses on the field, but a lot more goes into it. And I'm just excited about the opportunity to see how well we respond to the process throughout this season and the adversity that we may face or may not face, or how we can handle the success as well. So those are the things that got me excited about this group. Great young group of young men.
Thank you, Coach. We're going to stay with Coach Davis. Talk about practice. Coach, you've been a head football coach for a long time, and I know how you structure practices and plan for the season has changed a lot over the years. But how have you taken this group and structured your practices to get them where they need to go?
Well, for years, this year 30 for me, but we've always kind of did things in a structured manner. We've kind of changed, transitioned a little bit to more situational football. Our practices now, we go individual, group, stuff like that, but our team sessions, I'm trying to make sure everybody's focused throughout the day. So any given time, I'll yell out punt team, kickoff, or PAT, just so they can stay focused and we can transition. So not only is that good for the players, it's also good for my coaching staff because it makes them have to lock in and pay attention as well. So that's been the biggest change probably to the schedule that I've exemplified in the past. Also, the next thing is this week we've started cutting our time back. I'm trying to get us off the field in 2 hours and 10 minutes so our kids can maintain their bodies and save their bodies and their legs moving into towards the season. We've had a long spring, a long summer, a lot of padded camps and things like that. So, like I said, old dog, if they ain't going to hit by now, they ain't going to hit. So it's time to move forward and try to be smart about how we go about our daily business.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Goodrum, same question. Will you talk to us about how you prepare and practice schedules and structure to get ready for the season? Especially, you guys had a scrimmage, I guess, a week earlier than a lot of schools do. So how do you kind of prepare for the season, both in terms of scheduling, but also in terms of practice?
Yes, sir. It's very similar. So we're going to work, obviously Indy, we're going to work group. We're going to get into a lot of situational stuff, red zone, 2-minute, formatted offense, and then we, in our team meetings, we actually explain the situation, the goals, and try to pull up video of the pros doing it and some Power 4 teams doing it so these guys can see it and really understand it once it comes to the actual game. Also, too, the biggest thing for us is just a healthy competition. And I've been preaching that and saying that since I arrived in March. God has blessed us with 95 kids on the roster. We get about 90 of those every day, 85 close to it. And we want guys to compete with each other. And we feel like the iron sharpens iron, and that we can compete every day in everything that we do. Good on good is going to make us better, offense, defense, special teams. So we just really, really, really believe in that and really just trying to preach, competing with each other the right way, though.
Got it. Let's stay with you, Coach Goodrum. Let's talk about what key things you look for a student-athlete to be successful in the Griffin Bears program.
Time management. That is one thing that these guys have to have. Being in our program, being in any program, honestly, if you're a football player, if you're a student athlete, you're different. You get rewards and you get consequences based on, your visibility, but you got to be able to manage your time correctly. These guys are already, again, they're great young men. I want to pour into them every way I can, but they already are timely men. They already do everything, most everything the right way. But time management is really big. We have 3 non-negotiables: time, effort, communication, and those are 3 things. And really on 3 rules that we have, honestly. Being on time, valuing time, when you're there, giving the best effort you can give that day, and then being able to communicate based on what's going on that day. So really those 3 things are really big for us.
Awesome. Great, Coach. Coach Davis, same question. What attributes or qualities, key things do you look for Spalding Jaguar football players?
Well, we try to base our culture off is 5 keys to success. Starting number 1 is a selfless attitude. Football is the ultimate team sport. It takes more than one person to be successful. So, especially in this day and age, we live in an entitled society. So we got to go back to the basics of hard work and earning everything that you have. So the number 1 thing is selflessness. Then the next is number 2 is discipline. All right, knowing what to do, how to do it, and doing it correctly every time. And that's easy. That's one of the things we talk about, controlling what you can control. If we train and teach you what to do and how to do it, you got to do it that way every time for us to be successful. Number 3 is being tough, mentally and physically tough. We're going to push you to the limit. My job is to try to break you before Friday nights. I need to know early what you're going to do, how you're going to respond to adversity from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint. That goes back to those situations we talked about. I just introduced to our team the other day at the end of practice. We're going to condition, then I'm going to throw out a special team situation or a situation. And if we don't execute it the way it needs to be executed, we'll add to that. 4th, be smart. We want smart kids on and off the field making great decisions that's not going to hurt our football team. And then 5 is going to be relentless attitude and effort in everything that we do on and off the field.
Perfect, Coach. Last question for the coaches. We'll go Coach Davis first and then Coach Goodrum. Talk to us about success. What does success look like this year? We know, obviously, we want to win more than we lose. We want to have the high score every Friday night. But what is success going to be in December when you look back at this season? What is that going to look like for your team?
Well, as a high school coach and been doing it a long time, the people in the stands, in the street, barbershop talk, they're going to be W's and L's. Bottom line, you know that. And to be a head football coach in the state of Georgia, you got to have tough skin. But you also got to stay the course of what you believe in. I got into coaching because of I knew what football did for me and my coaches did for me, keeping me out of trouble, giving me the opportunity to get a college degree and to be where I am now. So it's got to be bigger than ball, because at some point the football it's going to come to an end, and now you're left as a man. So we have to instill those core values. And like I told our team yesterday, don't focus on the scoreboard. Just keep playing every play. When you focus on the scoreboard, you start getting wavering. Dang, we behind 21 points, or we're ahead 21 points. You start getting complacent. We've got to look at life the same way. Don't look at where you are. Just put your head down, go to work, keep focusing. And hopefully those life skills that we teach them through this game of football, it'll carry on for their life. And I know Coach Goodrum probably share the same sentiment. You can pay me a lot of money, and I'll be happy. But what brings me joy is when this phone go off and a kid 15 years that I coached 15 years ago coaching Little League, and now he's saying, Coach, I get it. I appreciate everything you've done for me. That's more to me than wins and losses at the end of the day.
Appreciate it, Coach. That's great. Coach Goodrum, talk to us about success. What does success look like this season for your program?
Very similar, very similar. We talk about all the time in our meetings about maybe 10% of the guys in that room have an opportunity to go off and play college football, less or play NFL football. So what are we teaching in our program to make these guys better men and to make these guys better people, to make them productive citizens and make them better dads, sons, husbands, all of those great things. And those are the things that we really valuing on is how they're going to grow and develop as a person. And as far as the football piece goes, again, just a growth. We're not going to put a number on really how that looks, but we want to look better. We want to be more disciplined. We want to be more sound. We want to fly around the football. We want to look a lot better and just continue to get better as the season goes on.
Great, Coach. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Coaches, that's going to stop our section for you for a minute. We're going to go to our student athletes, right? And so a couple questions for you guys. We're going to start with Paul and work our way all the way down to Kamari, okay? First question is going to be the hardest one you got today, right? Tell us your name, your grade level, and your position.
My name is Paul Robinson. I'm a linebacker, class of 2027.
Thanks, Paul. Corday?
My name is Corday Arizona, class 2027, receiver.
Great. Mark,
My name is Markel Colden, class of 2026, running back.
go over to Spalding, start with Jay.
My name is J. Dave, class 2026, DB.
My name is Devin Bass, class 2028, quarterback.
My name is Kamari Bear, class 2027, running back and safety.
So we're going to start this next question with Kamari and work our way back down. And so I want you guys to think about you as an individual player, not your team right now, you as an individual player. So Kamari, tell us, what are your strengths as an athlete, and how do you use those to make your team successful?
My strengths as an athlete are my work ethic and being a flexible player. And I use those toward the team by being a reliable guy on the field and getting the work done where it need to be done.
Great, thanks. Devin, same question. What are your strengths as a player, and how do you use that to make the team successful?
My strengths as a player is I'm very vocal on the field. I'm always trying to tell my teammates to do the right thing and do everything, doing the small things right.
Thanks, Devin. How about you, Jay? Tell us your strengths.
My strengths are discipline. I use them on the field because to play DB, you can't have bad eyes.
Great. Thanks, Jay. Markel, same question. What are your strengths as a player, and how do you use those to make your team successful?
My strengths as a player is I work hard, never give up, and run the ball hard, strong, and I give my team everything they need.
That's great. All right, perfect. Great. All right, Corday.
My biggest strength is running routes on reliable hands and making big plays. I can use them by making big plays, and that's all.
Great. All right, Paul, what about you? Tell us about your strengths as a player and how that makes your team successful.
I feel like my biggest strength as a player is my versatility and my leadership skills. I feel like I can impact the game so many different ways because I can line up in so many different ways. So I feel like that's my biggest strength.
Awesome. We're going to stay here with Paul and go back down. I want you now to think about practice, right? How's practice been this season, and what are you as an individual focused on improving in practice?
Practice has been more competitive this season. I could tell that we really want it. We really want to get better. As an individual, I feel like I can work on my vocal skills. I could be more vocal about what we need to do, what we have to do better.
Right. All right, Corday, what about you? Practice, what are we working on? What are you trying to improve?
Practice has been good. We've been going through situational things, playing fast, and what the next question was?
Just what do you think you can improve on?
I can improve on being a leader.
Great. Markel, same question. Talk to us about practice this season and what you're focused on improving.
Practice this season has been good. There's been a lot of energy, a lot of hype, you know what I'm saying? Man, I can improve on being more of a leader and being more outgoing person, being more vocal and giving more energy.
Gotcha. That's great. Great. Jay, talk to us about practice.
Practice been great. It been fun, you know. The skills I feel like I need to get better on, I feel like I need to get stronger and bigger.
All right. How about you, Devin?
Practice has been great and intense. The intensity has been up a lot, and things I feel like I could work on is being disciplined, not missing my read, not having bad eyes as a quarterback.
Perfect. Perfect. Kamari?
Practice have been great with all the competition that have been going on. And the biggest thing I want to focus on improving is being a better leader.
Great. All right, Kamari, we're going to start with you and work our way back down. Now I want you to think about your team. What's your team's biggest strength and why?
Team biggest strength is our chemistry and flexible. When we come together, we can be a powerful, great team. And we got a lot of guys that can do multiple things on the field with each other. So, yeah.
Great. Devin? Team's biggest strength.
I think our team's biggest strength is that we're physical. We might not be the biggest team on the field or whatever, but we'll win in the physicality aspect of the game.
Like our biggest strength is when we come together as one. When we come together as one, can't nobody mess with us.
Great. Great, Jay. Come together. All right, Markel, what about you? Team's biggest strength.
I think our team's biggest strength is our brotherhood, because no matter how bad things get, we'll stick together and we'll not fight at the end. We'll become a family.
That's great. Corday, team's biggest strength.
Our team biggest strength is trusting each other, playing as a whole no matter what the situation is.
Awesome. Paul?
Like, our team's biggest strength is how much we want it. I could tell that we want to be great this year because the past couple of years, they've been that good, and I could tell that we really want it this year.
Great, great. I'm going to do one more question for everybody. I'm going to turn it over to our media folks, and that's athletes. I'm going to start with the Griffin guys. Y'all can answer in any order. I just want one word. Tell me one word that describes Coach Goodrum. Any order. Who's going to go first? Yeah, go ahead. One word.
Assertive.
Assertive. All right. What else we got? Yeah, go ahead. Just pop it in there.
Hyper.
Hyper. All right.
Hyper.
I got you. All right. Hey, how about Spalding guys? Describe Coach Davis in one word.
Serious.
Serious.
Intense.
Intense.
Powerful.
Powerful. All right. Coach, the same question. Give me one word to describe each of these guys out here.
I'll go first. MC, inquisitive. Inquisitive. He's a guy that's gonna ask questions. Super smart, super intelligent. He's a guy gonna ask some questions though. Corday, explosive. Does a really good job on the field. Has a playmaking ability, big play ability. And Paul, I mean, he said his leadership got to improve, but it will be leadership though. He's a great young man. He's a great leader.
Coach Davis, how about you?
Starting with Jay Davis, I would say IQ. Has a really high football IQ. Can be a great leader. He knows the fits of everybody on our defense scheme, and that's very important, being on the back end. Devin, as quarterback, I would say leadership. He don't see it because he's a 10th grader, but he has great leadership ability. And the thing with Kamar, I say, is 2 words: total package. He's everything you want in a student athlete on and off the field.
Perfect. I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Horace Shivers. He's going to ask some questions to you guys. Get it.
Testing. All right, I start with Kamari. Kamari, you've been a 3-year starter on offense and defense. What makes this season different from the previous 2 seasons?
Something I can think of is just the energy of the player, the guys being more competitive, more into it with each other. I feel like this team can be one of the ones.
Devin, you the first sophomore to be at the media day, so that means a lot. just alone. What does it mean to be a leader
Upstairs,
at
we're
such
gonna
an
have you
early
guys
age in
record
your
the
career?
Sportsmanship statement.
It means everything.
You see
Me
where
being me being younger than everybody else and
Like,
being
we
able
get
to
if
lead
you go
everybody else, me
Go
that they respect
upstairs,
me more.
First door on the right is a studio.
as I think
the
they
door's
should.
closed. They may be filming in there. There's a script in there. We just want you guys to read that. We also want you to take a couple pictures with some kids' books. Have y'all ever seen those?
Jay, next question for you, Jay. Jay, being a senior, I know you had Coach Davis and everybody else probably looking on you to be more vocal this year. How are you doing with stepping in that role of being a vocal leader?
I'm going to hold my teammates more accountable, but I got to hold myself more accountable before I hold my teammate more accountable.
Coach Davis, year 30. I know we keep talking about year 30. That's such an impressive number, year 30. This group right here, I know it's a young group. Do they keep you young?
Yeah, I'm very excited, man. I tell people all the time, I've coached a lot of talented teams, but it's nothing about like being with a group of kids that you enjoy being around every day. That's what keep you young. That's what keep you fresh. And this group here is a lively group. I think they have an opportunity to do some things special. I think they have an opportunity to surprise a lot of people. A lot of people don't expect us to make any noise. And, you know, we got one of the top 5 toughest schedules in the state of Georgia in the classification. But we're not gonna back down from that. The standard is the standard. It is what it is. All right, we're going to GTB every day, all day. And that's what I tell them. So this is a good group, man. I enjoy being out there with those guys each and every day. When they get to the point I don't, it's time to go find something else to do. But right now, the good Lord has blessed me to be back in a good situation. I'm thankful for that each and every day.
Next question for you, Coach Goodrum. I know some call you Be Good. So how does it feel coming home, coaching in your area where you grew up at? I know you attended Spalding, but just coaching in Griffin, coming back to the community that you grew up in, how does it feel?
Man, everything, man, it's awesome. I mean, it's so surreal, in a lot of moments, even sitting beside Coach David right now. I mean, this is a mentor of mine and somebody who, you know, I've leaned on my whole coaching career, and so to be sitting beside him, I mean, he's done a great job in our community, done a great job developing myself and really other young coaches as well too. You know, it means everything, and it's important. It's important that we embody what the G is, embody what it means, and for these kids to understand that they're representing the tradition and the culture and the brand that not a lot of high schools have. I mean, I said it one time before, but I mean, you walk in that room and you see a lot of players, a lot of culture, a lot of tradition, and we, you know, we're trying to bring all of that back.
Next question is for MC. MC, I had the opportunity to watch you run the ball for the last 3 years, including this year. How would you describe your running style?
I would describe it as explosive, just getting north and south, probably just one step, and just try to hit somebody.
Cordier, same thing with you. I've been watching you since you was a freshman. Excited to see what you about to bring to the table as a junior. The one thing that I like about your game is when you get the ball, you quick, your quickness. What goes in your mind when you have the ball on offense?
Score. That's all I think about. Score. That's all I think about.
It'll say it in one word.
Yeah.
Paul, next question for you, Paul. Last question for Paul. Paul, I know last year you tore your ACL in the first game of the season. I just want to talk to you about how that process has been, how you've been recovering, and what are you looking forward to in coming back for your junior year?
You know, the process, it was hard, it was long, but, you know, the only thing that got me, that I was able to push through was thought of coming back and getting back on the field. I love the sport so much, so that was the whole main thing. And I'm excited to get back on the field and just be out there with my brothers. That's what I'm excited for. I love the sport.
All right. Hey, last question for our coaches is tell us about when we can catch you guys at Memorial Stadium next. When can we see the teams in action at Memorial Stadium?
As far as Spalding High School, we have our first home game next Friday, August 15th, against Central Carrollton. Really tough opponent, great program, one of the top teams in 4A. So we need everybody to come out and support the 7:30 kickoff next Friday, August 15th.
Got it. Coach Good.
For Griffin High School, we will be at the stadium on August 22nd. We're playing Sumter County. It's a theme night as well, too. I just can't remember the theme. I think it's military night, I believe. I'm gonna double check that and make sure we got it. But August 22nd, Sumter County. Yes, sir.
We'll check social media out to make sure we catch that.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we appreciate you coming out today. Appreciate your time. We appreciate what you do for our community. And we can't wait to be in the stands Friday night cheering for you guys and hopefully bring home some wins, right? All right. Thank you, guys. We're going to have you guys stand up now, come to the middle. We're going to take a team or a group picture for both teams right under the sign. And then we'll have a brief intermission between this and our cheerleaders who will be next. All right, well, let's see. Welcome back to our second portion of Fall Sports Media Day, featuring the cheer teams from Griffin High School and Spalding High School. We're excited to have our cheerleaders here and coaches. So coaches, if you'll start us off, if you'll introduce yourself and the student athletes you brought with you today and talk to us about their grade level as well. Coach Bass, you want to go first?
Hi, my name is Coach Bass, and I have Tatiana Williams with me and Robin Kennedy. Tatiana is a junior and Robin Kennedy is a senior.
Thank you. And Coach Clark?
I'm Coach Clark at Spalding High School. I have with me Nina Berry. She's a senior and captain. And I also have Carmody Watson, and she's a senior as well and captain also.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Let's stay with Coach Clark for our next question. It's going to be about this season. Tell us what you're most looking forward to about the cheer season and why.
I'm looking forward to building our program and showing the community, our school, and at the stadium, our spirit and what we have to bring.
That's great. Great. Coach Bass, same question. What are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to seeing the team grow, both in skills and as leaders. I feel like seeing that would just make my heart a little bit more full than it already is.
Hey, that's great. That's great. Let's talk about practice. We'll stay with Coach Bass, and then Coach Clark will answer after. What are you focusing on in practice this year? What's one of those key things that you guys are working on hard?
So right now, I'm mainly just focusing on fundamentals, endurance, and team chemistry. I feel as if we build a good team bond going into the season, then it will definitely it'll keep us through the whole entire season.
Awesome. Thank you. Coach Clark?
And the same as well, basic fundamentals, bonding, gelling together, conditioning, and building our endurance.
Awesome. Coach Clark, we're going to go next to you. I want you to tell us what key attributes or qualities would make somebody a successful Spalding Jaguar cheerleader. What do you look for in your program?
Being energetic, being their authentic selves, a leader, because whether you're a captain or co-captain, for my team, they're all leaders.
Awesome. Great. Great. Coach Bass?
To say the same thing that she said, what I look for most is no matter no matter what you face, it's always about how you take the situation head on. So I look for my cheerleaders to be energetic as well, leaders also. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Coaches, and either one of y'all can go first. You get to pick on this one. I want you to talk about success, right? What does success look like for your cheer program this year, and how will you, at the end of the year, when you look back, what will make you think, oh man, this was a successful year?
Success for us would be the goals that we set. We achieved them for our skills, new skills. When it comes to my seniors, for myself, I would like to see them achieve the goal of going to a college, bringing scholarships, and making sure that I put something there to help with their future.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Coach Bass? What's success look like for you?
So, just like you said, towards the end of the season, I can say as we kind of got close to ending last year, I could tell that a lot of girls that came in that didn't have a certain confidence level, as we got to the end and we got ready to finish and close out the season, I could tell that their confidence levels were way much higher than they were before they actually started. And just to piggyback off of what she said, again, I do feel like for the seniors, them going out, getting introduced to colleges and bringing in scholarships, that's one thing that I have also been working on as well.
Thanks, Coach. We're going to start next with Robin. We're going to go to our student athletes, right? So, ladies, if you'll, this first question, just tell us, how about your name, your grade level, and how about your favorite cheer discipline or thing to do in cheerleading, right?
Okay, so my name is Robin Kennedy. I'm a senior, and my favorite cheer thing to do, I feel like, is jumping jacks. It's so easy.
All right, there you go. All right, Tatiana, how about you?
My name is Tatiana Williams. I'm a junior, and my favorite cheer thing to do is probably jumping jacks. Yeah, they easy.
All right, all right. Nina, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Nina, and I'm a senior. And I think my favorite thing to do is probably running because I like to encourage my teammates to just keep on going, and it's really nice.
Great, great. Carmen D.
Hi, my name is Carmen D, and mine is burpee.
All right. I like it. So our next question is going to be about your strengths as a cheerleader, right? So this one we'll start with Carmen D and work our way back. What is your strength as an individual cheerleader, and how does that make your team better?
I say my leadership qualities. I encourage them and I motivate them, and I believe I work really hard to give them the advice and stuff that they need as their captain.
Yeah, that's great. All right, Nina, same question. What are your strengths as a cheerleader, and how do you use those to make your squad more successful?
I think my biggest strength is to stay positive no matter the situation. I always try to lift up my teammates when they need it, whether that's through encouragement or just setting a good example in general.
Awesome, great. Tatiana, same question. What are your strengths as a cheerleader, and how do you use that to help the squad?
Positivity.
Let's switch your mic out. It's on. It's just not working. So you didn't do anything. There we go. Try that. There we go.
Repeat it. Okay.
Yeah. What are your strengths as a cheerleader, and how does that help your squad?
My strengths have to be my communication and my positivity. No matter what the team may going through, they know they can always call on me whenever to uplift them, encourage them to do better.
Hey, great. Perfect. Robin, same question. Tell us about your strengths as a cheerleader, and how does that help your squad?
I think my strengths as a cheerleader is my leadership and my tight motions, because when you have tight motions, I feel like everyone looks at you and be like, oh, I want to make sure I look like her. And so we all end up looking like each other because we look at each other for improvement, and it helps us all be precise.
Perfect. Perfect. This next question, we're going to start with Tatiana, and then go to Robin, and then go to Nina and Carmody, okay? So Tatiana, you're up first. Talk to us about practice this year. How's practice been, and what is the team really focused on improving in practice?
Practice have been really good, but I can say it's been a bit intense. With the new girls coming in, learning the new materials, and even the old girls working on stuff that they should have, the new skills and stuff. I can say something that we can improve this season, which is getting a little closer, like with the team bonding and stuff. Make sure that we all get closer to know each other well, and etc.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Robin, how about you? What's your team? What are y'all focused on improving in practice?
I feel like we have been really good. I can piggyback off her. I feel like it has really been intense for us because we are coming off of summer, so we're trying to get better. I feel like something that we can improve on is making sure that we are able to communicate with each other better and projecting our voices better, because the louder we are, the more you hear us.
Awesome. Yeah. Great. Nina, same question. What are y'all focused on improving?
Practice has been really productive. We've been working hard and, pushing each other to get better every day. I think we've been improving being consistent with each other and more dependable with each other just through friendships and just as a team.
Great, great. Carmody, what about you? Tell us about practice and what are y'all working on improving?
Okay, I'll say at first it was a little rocky, but it's getting better, and something we can improve on, communication and endurance.
Great. So next question, we'll start with Nina and go to Carmody and then Tatiana and Robin, okay? What is your team's biggest strength and why?
I think our team's biggest strength is chemistry and friendship. We support each other like on and off the field, whether that's just at practice some days. And it just really shows when we're at practice in general. And everyone brings something different to the team, and when we work together, it really makes us stronger.
That's great. Carmody.
Going back what Nina said, I agree with Nina. I feel like we have this real close bond, like a family, and like we just.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Tatiana, what about you? What is your team's biggest strength and why?
Our biggest strength has to be the way we uplift each other and support each other, no matter what the circumstances may be. We know that we all a team. There's no I in team, like Kobass always say. There's no I in team. So I feel like our biggest strength is the way we support each other.
Robin?
I want to piggyback off what she said as well. I think our strength is our unity, and how we are just as one person, because we're not separate. We have to sound as one, or it's not going to sound right. I feel like we just have better time together when we're cheering. So I think that's it.
That's great. That's great. We're going to get some questions now from Mr. Shivers, member of our local media, and then I'll end with a couple more questions and then wrap up. Go ahead, sir.
Testing. Okay, I start Robin. Robin, what do you look forward the most on Friday nights?
I feel like I look forward the most of hearing ourselves, because when we cheer, you can hear us echo. So I like being able to just cheer with my cheer sisters and learn something new, and I just love how we are with each other and watching the game and getting crowded.
Next question is for you, Tatiana. I did get an opportunity to see some of y'all social media posts throughout the summer. Was the training as intense as it looked?
Yes, it was. It was definitely hard. Summer had to be the hardest, but I do feel like it's gonna pay off in football season. We got stunts and etc. So yeah, we working hard, but we gonna look good.
Next question for you, Coach Bass. I know I got an opportunity to work with you a lot last year, and I'm so looking forward to this year. Every time I see you, seem like you excited about being a cheerleading coach. What do you like best about your job?
That's hard because, I mean, overall, it's a great job to have. I think for me, because I actually did this sport, like I said, it fills my heart to actually like be able to come back, give back to my community, pour into the kids because they are in high school getting ready to go into college. So because I was a college athlete, I feel like I do have a lot of things that I can teach them, and I can just guide them in the right direction. No matter what we go through or how hard the job may be, I take it all in at the end of the day, take the punches head on, and at the end of the day, I got 25 kids that are mine. So.
Next question for you, Coach Cynthia. I know this is your first year being a cheerleading coach for Spalding. What are some of the things you bring to the table in your first year?
It's been a lot. One, I think rearranging our practices. Like I said, we're going back to the basics. My first priority is I want them to have fun, but I want them to know the basics. I want them to know the things that they can do to help themselves and prevent injuries and different things like that. We're looking forward to competing eventually, because we're not competing this year, so we have a lot of goals set and things that we're putting in motion. So, yes.
Next question to you, Miss Nina. What is it like being a senior this year?
Is it like? It's definitely, I mean, we just started, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I'm really excited just being under the lights with all my friends, and with it being my last year, it's kind of sad, but I'm looking forward to enjoying it with all my friends.
Last question, Ms. Watson. Ms. Watson, is this something you looking towards, like expanding towards, like in college, being a cheerleader as well?
Well, in the future, I want to be a teacher, so I want to go into education. Yes, I'm a cheer in college. I'm looking to build myself up more to like a college level, basically.
All right, thank you, ladies.
All right, a couple more questions. So with the ladies, we'll start with you guys, and any of you can go first. I want you to think about one word that describes your coach. Let us know what that is. Don't worry, that y'all gonna have your turn, coaches. Go ahead. Who's going first? Go ahead, Robin.
Robin will go first. One word that describes my coach is consistent. that's one thing that I could say about her is that she will be consistent. So one thing like I feel like we need as a team is someone to keep being on us, keep letting us know, hey, do this, like just to make sure that we don't forget. And that's one thing she will do.
That's awesome. Great. Who's going next? Tatiana, you going? All right.
I can't. One word I could say is hardworking for sure. She will work you so hard, but I do feel like the hard work do pays off, and I do appreciate her for everything that she have done these past 3 years that she have been my coach, and yeah.
Great. Who's going? Nina, you going? All right.
I would have to say the one word that describes my coach is being dedicated towards us. I really thank her and love her for always being there and showing her love to us and dedication to this team and wanting to improve this team all together.
Great.
The word I'll use to describe Coach Clark is loving. She's very loving like a mother, and she always takes care of us like we're her own kids, and she makes sure we're safe.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, coaches, y'all can either choose one word for each athlete or for your team as a whole. Who wants to go first? I'm going to call him Coach Bass. How about that?
My word would have to be hardworking because, again, I feel like no matter what they face, they always overcome any problems that they have. And if I see something and I say something about it, they'll push their hardest to correct it. Even if it's that, like, and even in the process of correcting it, they'll come and they'll be like, okay, so we're pushing towards this. Can you help us see how we can get a little bit more farther to actually correct what you told us to correct? So definitely hardworking.
Awesome. Coach Clark?
Say when it comes to our team, determined. With the challenges that we have had, them having a new coach, we only have 2 new cheerleaders to the team, but it's still some challenges overcoming injuries and different things. They don't give up. They keep pushing, and they want to get whatever it is, whether it's a stunt or a new cheer or a dance. They just never give up.
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to have one more question for our athletes. And again, any one of you can answer in any order. And that is, what's the best part about being a cheerleader? Go ahead, Robin.
I feel like the best part is seeing everyone smile. I smile a lot, and I feel like when it comes to my cheer sisters and my family around me, I feel like I love everyone. So the way that we make each other smile, the way we make each other laugh, and when we know when to laugh and when not to, I just feel like that's the best thing that I could ever see when I'm a cheerleader.
Awesome. Who wants to go next? All right, go ahead.
I would say my favorite thing is definitely the friendships that are built during cheer. I think it definitely makes or breaks the whole team in general, and I think just having your friend support on and off the field is really just heartwarming to feel.
Awesome. Awesome. Armandi or Tatiana? Tatiana, go ahead.
I can say leadership because we always lead in the school. Everyone counts on the cheerleader to do every single thing. So we definitely, and that's probably my favorite thing.
The thing about cheer is
We're now returning with Fall Sports Media Day with our next team, which will be the cross-country teams from Griffin High School and Spalding High School. We're excited to be joined by our coaches and student athletes. We're going to ask our coaches a few questions, followed by our student athletes. We'll start first with Coach Coggins. Coach, if you'll introduce yourself and tell us about the student athletes that are to your right you brought with you today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Xavier Coggins, cross-country head coach. To the right of me, I have junior Peyton Decker, Alexa Riez, senior, and Jaden Leonard, sophomore.
Awesome, great. And Dr. Godat, if you'll introduce the folks to your left.
I am Chris Godat. I am the boys and girls cross-country coach at Spalding High School. I have Mr. Hector Cruz, a senior, Mr. Jonathan Kanzler, also a senior, and Mr. Walker Blaylock, also a senior as well.
Great. Coach Godat, we'll stay with you for this next question. Talk to us about this season. What are you most looking forward to in the upcoming cross-country season?
I'm looking forward to getting to the meets, and as always, I love traveling with these guys. All of these kids over here, Kanzler came junior year, but Hector and Walker, I've had other family members, and I've had them since they were freshmen, and I think Walker maybe even middle school. So it just feels like family to me, and I'm looking forward to just taking them out on Saturdays and running a race and getting back.
Awesome. Coach Coggins, same question. What are you most looking forward to this cross-country season?
Building team bonding, especially big on that. Also competing at a high level at some meets, bringing home some medals. That's the goal.
Awesome. Hey, great. And so let's stay with that. Stay with you, Coach Coggins. How talk to us maybe that may not be as familiar with cross-country. How do you practice cross-country to bring home those medals or to run those good times? How do you structure practice, and what are you as a coach focusing on this year in practice?
The first thing we're focusing on this year is endurance. That's the biggest thing when going to these cross-country meets. A lot of people think it's like about sprinting, but it's really about just keeping a good pace throughout the race. We start off by just warming up on the track, 4 laps, just a mile, just to get everybody heart rate and everybody warmed up. And then we'll start running around the school. We try to do like 15 to 20-minute intervals around the school, at least 2-3 times.
Great. Coach Godat, if you'll talk to us about what you're focusing on in practice to prepare for this upcoming season.
Surprise, surprise, it's pretty much the same. With cross-country, at this point in the season, especially with the heat and stuff, it's a lot about building endurance and getting acclimated to the heat and humidity down here. It's been nice this week, but in Georgia in August and September, who knows? A lot of endurance, and then we start getting to the faster stuff as we get closer to October and November.
Great. So Coach Godat, this next question will go to you first. Talk to us about what key things you look for this season from your student athletes. What's going to make them successful, and what do you really look for in a Spalding Jaguar cross-country athlete?
It's always been this way the last few years I've been doing this, and it's really just about personal improvement. Cross-country is a team sport, and we can explain that, but ultimately it comes down to you and running against yourself.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Coach Coggins, how about you? What key things are you looking for from your athletes this year?
Really just effort, just giving the best they can. As long as they're giving 100%, that's all I can ask for. We definitely want to beat some PRs, but as long as they're just giving effort, I'm cool with that.
Great. And kind of sticking with what both of y'all are talking about, how would you define success this year for your program, right? I mean, obviously we'd all love to hoist a trophy. We'd like for us to have our top 7 runners be the top 7 in the state in a perfect world, right? But think about what makes us year successful versus not for you. It is off the field, off the course, and on the course.
A successful year for me, academics, good grades, all A on a roll, AB on a roll. Definitely push the student first, classroom success first. And when it comes to meets, as long as they finish, like just big on effort, not giving up, just pushing through to the end, that's really something I'm really big on. I mean, we can't win them all, but as long as we finish, that's an improvement. And bring home a couple medals, at least trying.
Perfect. Coach Godat, talk to us about success. How would you define it this year in your program?
Yeah, piggyback off what Coach Goggins said. Academics always come first, and usually cross-country is blessed with some very good students. He's agreeing. These 3 are all impeccable students, and they're just great kids. You never see them wander in the halls or, they're always doing what they're supposed to do in the building. So they truly are leaders. For the cross country, kind of once again what he was saying, I like to see effort, like to see him push, like to see him do better in November than they're doing now. It is, depending on how fast you are, it can be the longest 15 to 30 minutes of your life. Running a 5K is not to be taken lightly. You sprint, you're done in 10 seconds. We're talking 15 to 30 minutes of you constantly running with no reprieve. So it's quite an endurance event. Yeah, up and down hills, through woods. You don't want to get lost on the course. So we just want to see these kids push themselves, and it definitely does take a special kind of athlete that can do it by themselves, because in the race, you are running, and there is no break. There are no time out. You can't go sit on the bench. You've got to finish your race. So it definitely takes a special kind of athlete to do this.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Student athletes, we're now going to turn to you guys and ask you guys some questions, okay? We're going to start with Jaden and work our way all the way over. And so the first one is just tell us your name, tell us your grade level, and tell us your favorite thing about running cross country.
My name is Jaden Leonard, sophomore. And my favorite thing about cross country is being out there, enjoying it, making sure I encourage everybody to keep on trying, and you got this.
Awesome. Thanks, Jaden. Alexa?
My name is Alexa Reyes, and I'm in 12th grade. And my favorite thing about running is that it helps me stay fit, and it helps me enjoy it with my friends.
Perfect. Thank you. Peyton?
My name is Peyton Decker, and I'm a junior. My favorite thing about running cross country is probably the scenery. One time we got to go to like a zoo, I think it was Dawson Trails, and it was really cool because they let us like explore the place first, and then we also got to walk the trail first so that we knew where we were going, and the people too, because there is Jackson High School there, and all the people were really, really nice, and I really like that. Like you're building friendships.
Awesome. Thank you. Hector, you want to tell us about yourself? Tell us your name, your favorite thing about cross country.
My name is Hector Cruz. I'm a senior. What I like about cross country is like at the end, pushing past your limits, literally finishing strong. That's like the best part to me in cross country.
Awesome. Thank you. Jonathan?
My name is Jonathan Kensler. I'm a senior, and my favorite thing about cross country is the general atmosphere, being able to go to meets, meet new people, push with our team, and generally be able to prove by the end of that season.
My name is Walker Blaylock. I'm a senior, and my favorite thing about cross country is really just the people I've met throughout the sport. Just these two people are enough to show. I've met them throughout the years, and they're really great friends that I've had throughout classes and really helped me out through a bunch. And it just goes for the whole team. I've met a bunch of really great people through it, and the coach too. So, yep.
We're going to stay with Walker and work our way back down for this next question. I want you to think about you as an individual, right? What are your strengths as an individual runner, and how does that help the team?
For me individually as a runner, I feel like one of my strengths on the team is definitely like just helping my teammates keep going. I feel like over the years I've definitely I'll see my teammate running and then just kind of slow down. I'll just push them to keep going and keep up a good speed at least for a little bit, and to not walk but slow down a little bit.
Great. Jonathan?
Generally my strengths here are kind of just being really determined, not giving up. If I don't even get like a time that I wanted at a meet, I know that there's another meet that I can push past and get a better time there, and that's kind of like what I want to set an example for other students and other athletes, is kind of, being able to push past what's getting you down and be able to focus on what can be.
Thank you, Jonathan. Hector, you tell us what's your strength as a runner, and how does that help your team be successful?
So, I want to keep my team keeping a good pace, finishing strong, starting strong. Really just that, keep them motivated and, bring down their time, and yeah.
Peyton?
I like to think of myself kind of as like the organizer of our team. I think that I kind of keep our team organized and like on the right pace. Like when we first start out, telling everybody, you don't have to sprint or you don't have to be this fast, that fast, but also keeping our team, you need to be progressing. Like we're having this competition come up, like you need to progress and you need to get this done. So yeah, I just think I help us stay organized and on track.
Awesome. Thank you. Alexa?
One of my strengths is that I can keep a good pace, so that keeps the team motivated to stay together and to keep running and not like give up.
Awesome. Awesome. Jaden, what about your strengths as a runner and how that makes your team successful?
My strength as a runner is my work ethic, because without work ethic, you can't stay consistent. And I feel that without consistency, you can't make it to your goals. And what was the second question?
Just how does that make your team successful?
It makes my team successful by having a mindset that's fixated on that goal, using that consistency to strive for lower times and hitting our PRs.
Awesome. Awesome. Jaden, we're going to stick with you and work our way back down for this next question. It's about practice. Talk to us about practice. I know it's been raining. It's been real hot, so it's probably been hard to get a lot of good time to practice. But what are you guys focused on improving in your practice right now?
We already have stamina down, and we already have our distance down. I really think it's like getting that speed in tune, doing more 200s, 400 repeats, and also interval runs where you go from do a 30-second 5K pace and then a 60-second normal pace. That's how you do your interval. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Thank you. Alexa, talk to us about practice. How's it been, and what are you guys focused on improving?
Practice has been great. Right now, we're focusing on endurance and finding our pace, especially for the new people that are joining, like going up in stairs, jogging, and just small exercises for them to start working up their endurance and jog pace up.
Awesome. Thank you. Peyton?
Our team is, a lot of us ran together last year, and then there are some new people, especially like our freshmen and everything. So while we may not be new to it, we're also trying to help the newer people, because I feel like a lot of them, they do have that like drive to want to be better and want to get to a point where they're like on, not on our level, but to where they are feeling comfortable with it. So I think right now we're also trying to just get everyone really comfortable with the sport and trying to get our bodies back, because we were on summer break and everyone, was kind of taking a break and settling down, but now it's really time to, get back into that mode and want to win.
Awesome. Awesome. Hector, if you'll share with us, how's practice been and what are you guys focused on improving?
So right now we're working on building our endurance and really just getting back on track to our time, see where we're at, and basically training from the distance, hills, and all that kind of stuff.
Great. Jonathan?
And we're just really focused on trying to cut those times down, trying to get to a lower and lower time that we're happier with, improving overall as a team. And the second part being able to be uniform as a team. We don't want to just go out to that first meet and, not look like a team or nothing like that. We want to be, a uniform. So,
Walker?
Throughout practice this last week, we've really just been working on endurance and just kind of, like they've said, getting back to our times. And as you said, the weather has been like an aspect of it, but in my opinion, the weather only helps you run better when it's not that bad.
Thanks. Hey, Walker, we're going to start with you and work our way back down. This is my last question, then we're going to go to our local media. Tell us about your team's biggest strength, the team as a whole. What's your biggest strength, the Spalding Jaguar cross country?
I think our team's biggest strength is kind of just the consistency of who the runners are on the team. I feel like since my freshman year, at least, it's just been consistent of keeping the good, same kind of crew on the team and just everyone working to improve their times from last season. And so it's just kind of a gradual increase in our progress. So,
Jonathan, what's your team's biggest strength?
I'd probably say like our teamwork. We're always helping each other out, and Godat's always helping us, giving us advice every day to if we're ever having any problems or something like that, helping trying to fix it. But I do think overall our teamwork is kind of what helps us move so well as a team.
Awesome. Hector?
So basically, what was the question?
So what is your team's biggest strength, right? So thinking about the team as a whole, what's the best thing about your team?
Okay, so basically keeping ourselves motivated, pushing ourselves past our limit, beating our record, and yeah.
Awesome. That's great. So, Peyton, coming to you, what's the best thing about the Griffin Bears cross country team?
We're all really kind of a family. We have a lot of us play different sports together as well. So even though when we're not doing cross country, we're still having that like team bond and we're still having that help towards each other. We play soccer together, so even when we're not in season, we're still working and we're still working together. And then even Jaden, he does track, so we still see him on the track too. And so we just all kind of have that big family bond, and we even help each other outside of the sport.
That's awesome. That's great. Thanks. Alexa, tell us, what do you think your team's biggest strength is?
I think our team's biggest strength is that we try our best, even though we might not come up at the top, but we try to get there, and we try that by coming to practice and all that. So I say, we practice and all that.
That's wonderful. Yep, great. Jaden, tell us your team's biggest strength.
It's like Peyton said, we strive to be like a family. We encourage each other to come to practice, do your thing, be consistent with it, and have a good time while you're doing it. And like they said, I also do track. I feel that it really, doing track and cross country really gets you in shape all year.
I'll start right here with you, Jaden. Jaden, who is someone you idolize in the sport?
I had a friend that did cross country, and he just now graduated. His name is John Gonzalez. So when I was a freshman, he introduced me to like cross country. I was kind of iffy about it because I was already doing track and I was doing the 3200, and I really enjoyed it. But he opened my eyes to it. He showed me how to do interval training. He showed me how to do like the 3200, how to better pace myself. And it really just told me the importance of consistently practicing my 5Ks, like doing 3 miles consistently and working my way up to like 10 miles a day and stuff like that. And he also gave me summer training. Like he told me what days to do certain stuff. Like on a Tuesday, I would do like long runs, and then on a Monday, I would do like interval runs, different stuff like that.
Next question is you for Miss Alexia. What are some of your goals you're looking for that you have set for yourself this season?
One of my goals is to try to better my speed and my pace so I can try to run faster, especially for soccer season where I need it the most. So that's one of my biggest goals right now. And also to be able to run a little bit longer. My goal this year would be like 8 minutes. Last year's was 10, so I hope I could do it.
Next question is for you, Miss Payton. How would you describe your leadership skills?
I would say I'm very one-on-one with people. I feel like I get close to them on a personal level, and we kind of have like a friendship also outside the sport. That's very important to me because I feel like I'm a very competitive person, and when things aren't going, how I kind of want, I do kind of let my emotions get the best of me. So I also want to make sure that I have a relationship with them outside the sport so that we have an understanding that, like, if they're having a bad day and their time doesn't match what they wanted to, there's a reason, and I understand that. And then if my time doesn't match what I want, and then I'm kind of giving off that shut down vibe, like, they understand. So I feel like my leadership goals are very more towards understanding people and understanding what they're going through and understanding our relationship with each other.
Coach Coggins, this question's for you. Coach, I know you coach multiple sports at Griffin High. How is cross country different from all other sports you coach?
Cross country is different than most other sports. Most other sports is like a team sport. Well, cross country is a team sport, but it's more individualized, if that makes sense. So each individual person has their own PR they have to make. Like for instance, my team PR is just everybody finish under 20 minutes, that'd be really good. They finish in like 16, 17, 18. But sometimes that don't always happen, but that's the goal for this year.
Coach Godat, what makes this team different from last season?
I think the leadership is more distributed this year. As Coach Goggins said, I'm a little senior heavy, and I am. So I looked at all three. When I was picking the guys to come here, I had to pick all three of them, just because I see each of them as a leader and inspiring on the team. In the past, it's usually you can trace it to one runner.
Coach Mr. Cruz, what would be your goal for PR?
So this year, my goal is to at least pass 20 minutes and go under. But to be honest, I kind of want to get to 15 minutes. So that's basically my goal.
Mr. Jonathan, what do you bring to the team this year?
Just a familiar face and, a general sense of purpose, trying to get it done. Like, if someone's slacking on the team, I'm not just going to let them walk. If we have guys not putting everything, full effort on the court, full effort, on the trails or that we're running hills, I'm not going to sit there and just let it happen. I'm going to come to them and be like, hey, man, you got to do better. We're not here just to, play around. We're here to get things done. So.
Mr. Walker, what have you done this summer to get to a point where you can reach a PR?
Definitely, cross country is a sport where you definitely need to start conditioning early on, and it really shows if you don't. Throughout the years previously, I've noticed that no conditioning really affects how far you can go throughout the season, and so our coach really puts an emphasis on conditioning throughout the summer, really just starting us around in July, normally just kind of starting a good routine where we're getting used to practicing every day and just getting used to running at least a little bit so we can work into those longer distances when we start the season.
Thank y'all.
So we've got just a couple more questions. We're going to go to the coaches. And coaches, if you can, one of you will just explain to us that may be watching. You've talked a couple times, athletes have, that it's an individual sport and a team sport. Can you guys talk to us about how the team aspect of cross country is calculated, just real briefly, so if we come to a meet, we are not completely lost?
Totally lost. It is a team sport. First, individual runners go out there, and there is a race winner. That's an individual. So whoever runs the fastest race is an individual. At some of the more competitive beats for a boy, you're going to be in the 15s and 16s. For a girl, you'll probably be about 18. So, those are some fast 5K times, especially on grass. But the way it works with the team aspect of it, it's kind of like golf. The lower your score, the better. So every place is a point for you. So if you get first, that's 1 point. If you get second, second. That's 2 points, exactly. So you add up the total number of points you have with your team. A perfect score would be 15. Yeah, that'd be right. 1, 2, yeah, that'd be 15. You send 7 runners to run at a varsity event. The top 5 are the ones that are points for you. So you have 2 that are almost like substitutes if they have an off day.
Awesome. And then the other question for our coaches, Coach Coggins and Coach Godat, where can we catch you guys? Where's a race you have that's close here that we can come see you and support you?
Mary Persons, next Saturday.
Next Saturday, right? I think Mary Persons is the 24th. So
24th,
we got one more
okay.
week.
Yeah.
Mary Persons down in Forsyth. It's at a park. It's pretty convenient. It's about 30 minutes down the road. And I'll just add to this that with a cross-country meet, it's not just like a soccer game where you play one school. You do the race, and anywhere from probably about 8 to 20 schools are competing all at once.
Awesome. We appreciate you guys coming out. Athletes, y'all did an excellent job today. We're proud of you for representing your schools, for representing us. And we are glad to support you and hope you guys will run fast. And we'll be there to support you. Let's give them a hand. And we'll get you guys out front. We're going to take a group picture, and then after we get a group picture, we'll transition to softball. And so if I can get our softball athletes to move into the room in the back right while we transition, it'll just be a couple minutes. All right, we're back and we're excited to welcome the softball teams from Griffin High School and from Spalding High School for our Fall Sports Media Day. We're going to start first with our coaches, ask them a few questions, and then transition to our student athletes. So our first question, we'll start with Coach Cloud. If you'll introduce yourself and talk to us and introduce the student athletes to your right.
Hi, I'm Coach Cloud. I have McCaden here, who's a sophomore. I have Bella, who's a senior, and Samaja, who is also a senior.
Gotcha. Thank you, Coach. Coach Ash, if you'll tell us about yourself and those athletes to your left.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Coach Blake Ash, fourth year Spalding High School softball head coach. Over here I have my senior Leah Myers, I have senior McKenna Stallman, and senior Carmen Gatlin.
Coach. And let's stay with Coach Ash. Talk to us about this season. Tell us what you're most looking forward to about the 2025 season for Spalding Jaguars softball.
Well, when you start a program, the goal is what's year 4 going to look like, and we're in year 4. We are excited for what this year has to bring. These girls to my left are just 3 of the 5 seniors who have started since day 1 in this program. They were freshmen when I started here, and they are what's going to be basically what the program looks like overall. We're pretty excited in a lot of aspects. We have a lot of good team chemistry going on. That was our number 1 goal to work on this year, was bringing back that togetherness, trying to focus on working together, being a family first, as well as working on our everyday skills and drills, things like that, getting ourselves ready. And the main goal was, how are we going to get to Columbus? Because this year, Columbus has been one of the many terms that I've used this year. The girls know about it. They know that Spalding has not seen Columbus since baseball went to Columbus back during the Mickey Moody era. And I believe that this squad has what it takes to get to that point, because we are starting to show everything that it takes to get there.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Coach Cloud, talk to us about what you're most looking forward to this year.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to building everlasting relationships with my girls. I think about when I see Bella and Samaja, who I've been with for about 3 years, and seeing the skills that they've brought to the team, seeing the leadership that they brought to the team and the program. So preparing them for those next steps for sure, preparing them to know that no matter what's in their basket, they have enough, especially if they work for it. Just teaching them these little life skills that they're going to take forever, getting them to pour in, getting my leaders to be leaders, and bring them along with us as well. So I'm really looking forward to the teamwork aspect and building these long-lasting relationships with the girls this year.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Cloud. We're going to stay with you for this next question. And what are you focusing on in practice to help prepare you for the season that's just now starting?
Okay, so we've been working on a lot of like small groups, working with your pitchers and catchers, working with your infields and outfields, even little spots with base running and things like that, just so they can build a little bit more chemistry as we continue on, because I believe in more reps with each other, so getting them to show up and work together and take a lot of reps, because I do believe that if you practice, you get better. So looking forward to watching them get better. I've seen a lot of my new girls come out and see them get better because they've been coming and showing up. So again, looking forward to building that team chemistry and building, letting them know that the more you come out, the better you'll get.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Coach Ash, same question. What are you focused on in practice to prepare for this season?
Yeah, kind of piggyback off that. I mean, when it comes to the game of softball, it's a lot of trying to train that mental aspect of things. We're trying to train that mental focus and work on hand-eye coordinations, and these kids will tell you they think they got the basics down when they really don't, because there's a lot more to it. We try to teach them that how to be successful during failing moments, because this game is a very humbling experience. Even it doesn't matter how long you've been in it. As a coach, it's very humbling to me as well. So training them how to work through failure, how to be successful during failure, how to work together as a team, taking it back to that team bond experience. As Coach Cloud over here said, we work on that every day. Our chants are now family instead of just straight up Jags. We incorporate family and Jags together, because that's what we want to do, is promote the family aspect of this program, as well as learn the game itself. Like her practice, we break them up into groups. We work on individual skills and drills, and then we work on whole groups as well to work on play calls, work on infield, outfield drills, stuff like that. Make sure when we go through game routines, they look good. So that's kind of what we've been working on this summer.
Awesome. Thank you, coaches. So we're going to stay with Coach Ash for this next question. What key attributes do you look for student athletes to be successful in your program?
Number one is coachable. We look for our kids to be coachable. Kid steps out and they're coming up to me asking questions. They're listening. They're making eye contact with you up front with you when you're making a statement or asking them a question or trying to explain something. They're giving you their full attention. They're showing signs of being coachable. That's the number one thing that brings a kid to this program is we look for trustworthy and being coachable. Other things that we look for, not only just from the skills department, but we really look for those kids who are wanting to come and be leaders as well in the community. We are trying to teach these girls how to be successful within the community. We're trying to make them very strong, independent women as they go into the next stages of their life, when they go into the career field or college, whichever they desire. We see that in our potential in our freshmen that come in, and we really try to push for them to go as far as they can with that.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Cloud, same question. What key things or attributes do you look for student athletes to be successful in your program?
Again, coachable is definitely number one on the block because you got to be able to follow directions. That takes you beyond the field. It takes you all the way through life if you just simply follow directions. Also, work ethic. I think this is the most year that I've had girls like not only just work with me at practice, but we go to Planet Fitness. They share little things that they're doing outside of softball because I tell them, even with me, I didn't become I feel like my best athlete until I started working more on my craft and getting in the gym and taking those extra reps to get stronger, build your core. So work ethic is definitely one of those things that I'm looking forward to seeing them want it. Hey, you want to open up the field for me? You want to do this? And I'm one call away, and I always go over there. So I'm really looking forward to, again, them working hard, getting those good quality reps in.
Awesome. Coaches, this next question will go to Coach Cloud and then to Coach Ash. I want you to talk about success, right? Not only on the scoreboard, but beyond the scoreboard. So what does success look like for Griffin softball this year, Coach Cloud?
Success definitely looks like individual growth, which is something that we've seen so far. Seeing a girl hardly make contact to shocking herself, but me knowing that I saw this in you this whole time. So one thing would definitely be individual growth, and then success to me looks like team chemistry, again, owning it, that we are Griffin and it's all for the G. So getting them to buy into that aspect, because this relationship is going to go, again, you're going to, 30 years from now, I always tell them, I think about your 30-year-old self, not right now, because with all this knowledge and good work you're doing, it's going to pay off if you keep showing up for yourself. So again, to see the girls grow every single year, that's such a success for me. To see the team grow together, that's such a success for me.
Awesome. And Coach Ash, I know you mentioned the state Elite Eight, which is great, but how else, or in addition to that, would you define success?
So when we define success here at Spalding High School, and I train the girls in this aspect to look at it from two different ways. You look at it from the softball side, and you look at it from the individual side, as Coach Cloud was speaking on. From the softball side, yes, success would be making the playoffs and going to Columbus, and winning every game we play this year. That's great. That's showing signs that we're doing what we're supposed to do as coaches and teaching them how to win and how to deal with losses if they come by. But I think the number one goal as a coach in my program is teaching these girls how to deal with wins and losses outside the softball field and outside the school and inside the community when they go into the next level. My goal for these three girls and the two girls that are seniors is to see them either go to college or be in the community working somewhere and being something big for this community. They've been with me for there's going to be 4 long years. I'm excited. They're great kids. They're going to be great wherever they go. When I started with them, they were knuckleheads, but now we've gotten to the point where each one of them is their own personality, and each one of them just gravitates you to them, and they They just want to help you, and they want to help the community get better. And they wanted, and from day one, they said, hey, we're going to put softball on the map, not just by playing, but just by being us. And these kids have made me a better coach, and that's what I want, is I want these kids to grow as better leaders, community leaders of themselves, but make me a better coach as well.
Awesome. Appreciate you, coaches, and thanks for what you do and for what you do to pour into our student athletes. We're now going to go to our student athletes and talk to them. We'll start with Samaje, and we'll go to Carmen over there for this first question. This one, I want you to introduce yourself, tell us your name, tell us your favorite position and your grade level.
Samaja Dewberry. I play third base, and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Bella Daniel. I am a senior, and I'm a pitcher and utility player, but mostly pitcher.
Hi, my name is McCain Delisle, and I'm a catcher, and I'm a sophomore.
Great. Aaliyah?
Hey, my name is Aaliyah Myers. I'm a third baseman, and I am a senior.
Hey, my name is McKenna Stallman. I am a center fielder, and I am a senior.
Hi, I'm Carmen Gatlin. I play left field, and I am a senior.
Great. So we're going to start with Carmen and work our way back down, okay? So this next question is about you as an individual, okay, girls? What makes you, or what is your strength as an individual softball player, and how do you use that strength to make your team successful?
I would say my strength would be uplifting my teammates and keeping a good attitude. I think that those are good aspects and are big parts to be successful in the game. So I try and keep that good energy and help my team.
Thank you. McKenna?
I have a strong work ethic and always strive to improve my skills. This helps my team succeed because if I show up and be there for my team and we learn how to work together instead of, arguing or anything like that, we would rather come together as a family than just as a team.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Aaliyah, same question. What are your strengths as a player, and how do you use that to make your team successful?
My strength as a player are I am our team's big sister. With that being our younger girls, our freshmen, or even the younger girls that's been on the team, even the girls my age, I'm usually one of the people that they come to for anything, whether it's softball related or not. It's just being that comfort person for them. Because like we say, we take mental health seriously on our team. So just being someone that the girls can come to whenever they need it, regardless about what it's for, whether it be a ride, anything. And also I would say consistency, because with me coming to practice every day, being a senior, being a leader, it shows the younger girls, well, if my senior is coming to practice every day, she's still putting the work in after 4 years of being on the team, then that's what I should be doing. I should be coming to practice. So just being that leader for them and just being someone they can come to and look up to.
Awesome. Thank you. McCaden, what is your strength as a softball player, and how do you use that to help the team?
Good sportsmanship, because if you don't have good sportsmanship and someone gets down on themselves, there's always a way to pick them up. Or like if I get down on myself, there's always a way to pick me up. Or like we can always come together as a team to like not get down on ourselves.
Great. Bella?
I think one of my biggest strengths would be consistency and commitment. As a pitcher, I try to always uplift our team, and if I'm there, of course, they're going to want to be there and look up to me.
I feel like one of my strengths would be adapting to any circumstance we may have. If we're losing, I feel like I always try to be there and try to uplift my girls and make sure we stay up so we can keep going and just focus on the next play.
Awesome. We're going to start with Samaje and work our way back down. For this next one, I want you to think about practice, right? How's practice been this season? And as an individual and as a team, what are y'all trying to improve on?
Practice has been good so far. And as far as myself, I feel like I want to improve on my defensive plays and make sure I get my timing right, especially at third, because it has a faster reaction time. And I feel like as a team, we have been improving on our communicating skills on and off the field.
Ella?
The question?
how's practice been so far, and what are you as an individual and your team as a whole focused on improving?
Practice has been good so far. As a whole, I can see progress in our hitting because mostly every day when we go to practice, we always hit so we can get better at hitting. And me individually, I work with McCaden a lot at practice, and I've been working on pitching, hitting my spots, increasing my speed.
Awesome. McCaden?
Repeat the question
Sure,
again.
sure. How's practice been? And tell us what you're focused on improving in practice, but also what your team's working on improving.
Practice is good. I'm definitely focusing on my catching with Bella and my hitting. And I feel like everyone else on the team has been doing good, and like we're all like coming together as a team. Like no one's like ever left out or anything.
Awesome. So Aaliyah, tell us how practice has been and what you're focused on improving.
Practice for me has been exciting. Practice is getting me ready for games. So what I see in practice, it gives me some excitement. Personally, improving, I would say attitude, just remind myself to keep a positive attitude no matter what's going on or what the changes may be. And team-wise, we're doing good. We've been, with the rain this week, we've been working a lot in the cages and perfecting on swings, as well as throwing in there somewhere so we can keep our arms loose for the upcoming games if we get to play them. But yeah, we've been good, improving day by day. Every day come in and show more than what you did yesterday.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaliyah. McKenna, how's practice been, and what are you as an individual and your team as a whole working on improving?
Practice is and has always been very enjoyable for me. Something I'm really focusing on right now is my batting. But as Aaliyah said, it has been raining a lot. We've been working in the cages a lot. But it does help out a lot of our freshmen. But not only does doing cages help our freshmen, but it's us seniors and the upper grade levels helping everyone out. Just making sure, hey, if you're doing something wrong, you help them out a little bit. You don't want to be like that person that on the team that you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to them. We want to be there for our teammates. We want to be anybody they can talk to.
Awesome. Thank you. Carmen?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So talk to us about how practice has been this season, right? And what are you as an individual focused on improving, but what is the team also focused on improving as a whole?
I would say practice this summer especially was really intense, but I would say in the end it was very rewarding, and it still is. I'd say personally, every season I come out, I try and improve in every aspect of the game, whether it be mindset or in the field or batting. I come out and I try and improve in every way. And I think as a team this season, we've really worked to improve being close outside of just softball and work to become a family. And I think that shows on the field.
Great. Last question, we'll start with Carmen and work our way back down, and then we'll go to Mr. Shivers from our local media. But the last question I have for you is, what is your team's biggest strength and why?
I think piggybacking off of what I just said, we've really strived to become a family off the field, and so I think our chemistry on and off the field has been really good this season. We've all worked really hard to build a relationship off the field, and so when it comes to games or practices, I feel like we can really trust each other and communicate well on the field.
Awesome. McKenna? What's your team's biggest strength and why?
No matter what each individual person is ever going through, you always want to make sure that they know that they can come to us. We want to come back to each other and be like, we are a family. We don't see each other as, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. We want to be one big family.
That's great. That's great. Aaliyah, what's your team's biggest strength and why?
I say piggybacking off of them, really just being a family. That's one of our main focuses. Just to be together and be one, because if you can be one off the field, you can be one on the field. And with that being said, chemistry it has a lot to do with how you play. Each player can be as individually great. They could be D1, but if you're not connecting with your team, then y'all aren't going to play as good because y'all don't have the team bond to have each other's backs on the field. And another thing I would say is fun. We have a lot of fun, and I feel like to get along with each other and have fun, it adds to everything. It just makes the experience much better, especially for the freshmen. With our team this year having more freshmen than seniors, it just shows the upcoming freshmen like this is what Spalding's team is about. We're about having fun. We're about being together. That's just our way. That's just our vibe.
Awesome. Thank you. McCaden, tell us about what you think your team's biggest strength is and why.
I think our biggest strengths are like always being together, and we always have each other's backs. Like we're never like, and we all have friendships. Like we're never not like talking. Like we're always talking. We're always having fun when we play, but we're always focused and like disciplined, I guess. I don't know.
Good, good. Thanks for sharing that. Bella, what do you think your team's biggest strength is and why?
I think our team's biggest strength is communication because we do have a lot of freshmen coming in, such as McCaden, my girl. McCaden, she's new, and we talk on and off the field. And if you feel like you can trust somebody off the field, of course you're going to trust them on the field. So I think that's our biggest strength.
Awesome.
I feel like our biggest strength would probably be our family and how we all get along, because most of us came from playing for like 10 years together, and also connecting with our newcomers and our freshmen and making sure they feel safe to where they can trust us on and off the field.
Testing. Okay, I'll stay right here with Dewberry. Dewberry, I got an opportunity to watch you since your sophomore year going into your senior year. What are some of the biggest things that you have improved on or work towards on improving from your sophomore year to your senior year?
I feel like I've improved on my hitting and making sure I know where to place the ball, as far as moving my runners on and not just focused on me just getting a hit, making sure my teammates can advance and make it to home. And I feel like something I need to improve on probably my defensive plays and making sure I get the correct throwing correctly.
Next question is for Bella. Bella, being a multi-sport athlete, basketball, softball, track, flag football. Did I miss some? Volleyball, soccer, football, manager. How do you balance it all?
I just try to stay consistent in all the sports that I do, like softball, be there when I can, but mostly. But when I can be there, I be there, try to practice my hardest.
McKaylin, being a sophomore, that's a huge accomplishment being at Media Day. You're the second sophomore to be at Media Day. How does it feel to have leadership? How does it feel to be here as a sophomore?
It feels great, especially since I'm new to like the school, and to be here is like a great like accomplishment because like I get to represent, I guess.
Good answer. Coach Cloud, what is the biggest thing you have learned from being a first-year coach going into being a second-year coach?
Definitely keep moving. No matter ups or downs, you got to keep moving. If I'm not if I could do anything in the world, I would still be a trainer. So the things I've learned, just everybody that shows up, keep giving it to them. Every girl that shows up, they know I have a plan. We're going to get some reps in. We're going to talk through things. And we have a lot of good fun at practice as well. So keep it light, keep it progressing. And again, like I say, I feel like my wins really come from seeing them improve day to day. So I think that's what I've learned. Like, no matter what, keep going, keep showing they show up. We're going to work together. So I really enjoy working with the girls for sure.
Next question for Coach Ash. Again, I've been with you, Coach Ash, for the last 3 years going into this year. I know we've been talking throughout the summer and going into the season. On paper and from what I have seen, this is the best team that you have had since I've been a part of the program with you guys. what are you doing to not get the expectations so high, I should say?
Well, you already know how I feel about that question, man. On paper, I just, as all coaches, we don't like to hear that this is the best team on paper, because as coaches, we look at every team as our best team. It's just, how are they going to be better than the year before? So when it comes to this year's group just has what we've been searching for. We don't have a lot of holes. We have girls that are able to be put in spots that either they're uncomfortable with, they're comfortable with, and be able to perform very well. To continue on that, I'm not going to lie to you. This is a very exciting year, but we have to humble them. We have to humble them every year. They know how good they are. They know how much better they could be. So when we take batting practice, we've got a couple girls that are getting very close to hitting it out of the park. I keep telling them every day at batting practice, hey, should have done about 10 more push-ups. It would have went out the fence. Had a girl the other day in a game hit the ball foul. I said, well, if you would have swung it straight, it would have went out. So it's just trying to make sure that they stay humble and don't get too heavy, too level-headed. So that girl hit the ball at the fence. Hey, you got to reset now. Now you got the mentality. You just hit the ball at the fence. Now you got to reset and try to and lock back in and get the job done. So just making sure that we teach them, hey, don't let success be so big. Don't let one small thing turn into a major factor that could dwindle into negative energy. We want to make sure that we want to progress on top of our successes. We want success to build and be contagious. Be successful by making somebody else successful. And I think, based on what they have said, to piggyback off of them, that's been my number one thing, is we preach family. Success is being a family. Success is becoming that having that sisterhood. And I've been searching for that for 4 years, and these kids have brought it to Spalding High School, and I couldn't be any more prouder than what they've put in for these last 4 years. But again, to piggyback off your question, we're just making sure that success, it grows, it builds, stay successful, keep it contagious, but stay humble about it along the way.
Next question is for you, Aaliyah. What would it mean for you guys to make it to Columbus this season?
To make it to Columbus. As a senior, being here for 4 years from the start to my finish of the program, Columbus would be amazing, especially for the 5 seniors that we have. It's been something we've been working for since we've been freshmen. He came in with a 5-year plan, and we beat the 5-year plan in 1 year. So, we just keep working, but if we keep up the consistency that we have and the work ethic that we have now, I feel like we can make it. Columbus is a huge thing for us, especially with Spalding High School's softball record. I just feel like Columbus would be a big dream to us, a dream come true at that.
Next question is for you, McKenna. McKenna, I know you play a lot of softball throughout the summer and been practicing all summer with Spalding. What are some of the things that you have consistently worked on to be the player that you are today?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question part? Okay.
What are some of the things that you have done to be the person you are today, the player you are today, to make you better?
Some of the things I have done to be the person and the player I am today, I look up to not only my friends, but I look up very hard to my family. My family members have helped me a lot through the years, helping me get through all my softball years, all my other sports I've played in my past few years, and through my injuries as well. But I would definitely say this softball team has made me the player that I am today. All the players on this team has made me who I am today.
Last question is for you, Carmen. Who do you idolize as a player?
My freshman year, I came after not playing softball for multiple years. I came to tryouts very anxious and very scared. And there was one player on the team who really helped me out with that, and that was Abigail Banks. She was my person. She came out there and showed me what I wanted to be when I got to where she was, and so I would say her.
All right, and we got one more question for the girls, and then we'll do one more question for the coaches, and hopefully y'all have a little fun with this one. Girls, I want you to think about one word to describe your coach. One word to describe your coach. Coaches, you can't make them run for whatever they say. That's the rule. So y'all can go whatever order you want. So let's have some fun with it. Give us one word to describe your coach. Who wants to go? Go ahead, Bella.
I say loving because Coach Clyde really does love us like with all of her heart. She does a lot for us, like taking us to the field, Planet Fitness. She just does a lot, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, Coach Clyde.
Maja, you want to go?
Coach Clyde is very energetic. On the field, she loves to talk, loves to wind it up for us to go home. She's very energetic.
Go ahead, McCain.
Coach Clyde's very welcoming. Like when I was new, like I was really nervous to like try out and like come to practice and stuff, but she was so like welcoming, and I'm like never nervous anymore. And like we hang out all the time, so like we're never like.
Awesome. How about over there? What we got? Who's going first? McKenna? All right.
Okay, so don't take this the wrong way when I say it. I would say clown because not only is he a coach, but he also makes us laugh a lot. He always makes jokes. He's always trying to get somebody's mood up, and when he's down, we do the same thing for him. So I would say clown.
That's good. That's good. What? Anybody else want to share? Go ahead, Carmen.
I would say one word to describe our coach would be passionate. He's very passionate about the game, and he makes sure that we are too.
There you go. Aaliyah, you want to share?
He's very comical. He's very funny. Like I said, our team is very much about fun and family, and it really starts with him. It's dad jokes the whole practice. They're not really funny, but they're hilarious at the same time. So, it just keeps us going during practice. Just a little light moment during an intense day, just that's him.
Awesome. Well, good. And coaches, here's your last question, and that is, I want you to preview kind of the season. Tell us any big games that we could see, or any games that are close, maybe your next home game or a big home game you want really to see us to show up and support you guys.
I'm definitely excited to play Spalding. Just hearing about you guys and seeing you guys again, anytime we can match up, we always try to make it happen for not just us, but for the community. I definitely am planning on inviting a lot of the youth out because we have a great group of girls, I think, on both sides, and they deserve to see it. Softball deserves more recognition, even just from in our community. So hopefully we can start bringing out more people because, again, I have enjoyed watching, of course, my girls grow up, but again, every time I get to see us go cross town and be at your place or our place. So again, our game, we'll see you guys on the 16th, at Spalding. So that's one of the big games that I'm excited for to start off.
Awesome. Yep.
I'm going to piggyback off that as well. We do, doubleheader, Spalding High School, bringing back the rivalry. We took a year off from it. Just we wanted to try and figure out our new regions. That's what we wanted to try and go for us at first and let everybody figure out that stuff. And then now we were both excited when I emailed her and said, hey, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's get these girls back together. But I will tell you one thing. I'm looking forward to this being the last time I see Belly Daniels. Hey, I wish you all the best, but man, you've been a thorn in my side for 4 years. But yes, we are totally looking forward to this being one of our biggest non-region games, of course. The energy, the atmosphere it brings, having these girls knowing each other since they were teeny tiny, and now they're going to play it out for the last time, whether they're seniors, them being seniors. Other big games we have coming up as well. We do have a scheduled doubleheader down in Peach County this weekend. We run a doubleheader with Rutland and Peach County to hopefully get us started. We were going to play Trinity Christian tomorrow, but that's probably not looking too good with their field. Our next home game will be next Tuesday versus LaGrange. That'll be our first JV game and our first region home game as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys, girls. Y'all did an excellent job. We appreciate all the work you put in to represent your schools, to represent yourselves, and you guys have done an excellent job tonight. We're proud of you and can't wait to see you on the field and support you guys. So let's give them a hand. And if we can get you guys out front, we're going to take a picture kind of in front. We'll do that. We'll transition to volleyball. So if I can get volleyball coaches and athletes in the room in the back corner, I'll come in there and we'll give you some instruction before we move on. I want to welcome everybody back for our final installment of Fall Sports Media Day, featuring our volleyball teams from Griffin High School and Spalding High School. So we're going to start with a few questions from our coaches, and then we're going to move to our student athletes to learn more about volleyball this year. We'll start with our coaches. We'll start with Griffin first. Coach, if you'll introduce yourself and introduce the student athletes you brought with you today. Include their position and grade levels if you can, please.
Hi, I'm Coach Hill from Griffin High School. Today I brought Lauren Henley. She is my middle blocker and outside hitter. I also brought Mariah Kelsey, who is our setter and defensive specialist, and Lily Miranda, who is our defensive specialist as well.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Coach? You good? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Joy Randall. I am the head coach at Spalding High School. I have brought with me my two captains, Sky O'Brien and Katie Knight. And then I actually have my setter. Her name is Leah Riptier. Say it right. I'm from the U.S. Virgin Islands, so I have an accent, so I'm so sorry.
Hey, all great. Appreciate you, Coach. So, hey, let's stay with Coach Randall right here. Coach, what are you looking forward to most this season?
Well, sorry.
Oh, you're good. That's
okay,
good.
so I am actually looking forward to us coming together as a team, being team players, consistency, communication. That is very important to me for my team, because if we communicate, we'll know exactly where everybody will be on the court, and additionally, just to see these young ladies shine.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Hill, what are you most looking forward to this season?
I'm just team bonding, growing, continuously growing. I have a lot of seniors. We're looking forward to hopefully making it to the state playoffs. In addition to just watching the young ladies grow into great young women that they'll become as they are continuously growing with the sport.
Awesome. We'll stay with Coach Hill next and go to Coach Randall after that. Coach, will you talk to us about practice? What are you focusing on in practice this year to prepare for your season?
We're really focusing on our communication, being able to talk to each other while we're on the court, being able to get in the right positions where we need to be, movement, footwork, just making sure that we stay grounded with the basics so that we get to handle business on the court better.
Coach Randall, same question. What are you focused on in practice to prepare?
Communication, endurance. I want to make sure that my girls are strong. So fundamentals is very important. However, our communication skills is very important to me, because I feel when they're able to communicate with each other, they'll know where they are. Also with the endurance, for them to be strong, where they're able to be in position and they have the balance, and that they're not going to be just standing still, but they're constantly moving. So they know me. I talk about communication to them probably the entire practice.
Hey, that's great. That's great. We'll stay with you, Coach Randall. Talk to us about some key attributes or qualities that you look for in a volleyball student athlete.
Leadership, congeniality, smile, teamwork, independence, but also adaptability, because I need them to realize that I always tell them, family, forget about me, I love you, because that's more important to me, their safety, and that they know that they're students first, and then after they finish being a student, now you become a star athlete.
Great, great. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Coach Hill, same question. What key attributes or qualities do you look for in a volleyball student athlete?
Just to piggyback off of Coach Randall, character, the leadership, being able to take that off the field and carry it into your everyday life. Being able to pick up girls when things are not going right, to encourage them. I'm so blessed right now to have a team that they truly, honestly love each other. They're like, as they say, besties, but it really goes beyond just the court of basketball. Just having that connection, that relationship with each other, I think pushes them on the court more than anything, and it's going to take a toll, a real great thing for them as they get older.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. And we'll go back to Coach Hill and then Coach Randall for this last question to the coaches. You know, as coaches, we define success in a lot of different ways. Obviously, we want to win every time we're on the court, but how would you define success this season for your program?
Beyond winning, I think that's my success is just for a team, just being able to come together and bond and grow, watching the girls become successful at their next level that they have, whether they go on to play volleyball or not. I'm very excited about what is to come in the future, looking at their students first and their athletes second, and they're really showing that there are students based upon their grades, based upon what they're doing. So I have a lot of other exciting things out there on the court. They have gained so much. I have a lot of seniors, so they've been with me for a while, and this year it's just amazing.
Great. Thank you, Coach Hill. Coach Randall, same question. Beyond the scoreboard, how would you define success this year?
I have told my players, we are our sisters' keepers. I do believe that size does matter, but your heart. My team loves volleyball. From the strongest to the weakest, we pull each other up. Communication, honesty and trust promote safety. And they'll tell you, I want them to always be safe. When we leave practice, we come together as one, because we are what? On one accord. So regardless of our abilities or where we are, they have blossomed. They are my little sunshines. And I believe in them and their ability. And this is my first year coaching, but the way they bond together, they all know who each other's personalities are. These two, the leadership, they came to practice all summer long. I wasn't even in the picture yet. But as soon as I stepped on the court, Sky and Katie, they welcomed me in. Yes, coach. Yes, coach. And that leadership was just the drive that made me just want to fall in love with them. I have fallen in love with all 22 of them. And I even have girls now coming to me. I want to try out. I heard about you. It's them. They hear about them. Maybe my coaching style might be a little different because I'm from somewhere different. However, their leadership shines, and I'm so proud of them.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We're now going to turn to our student athletes and ask you guys some questions, okay? So the first question, we'll start with Lily and work our way all the way down. All right, this is going to be really hard, so get ready. You got to tell us your name, your grade level, and your position. That's it. So don't stress out. You're good.
My name's Mariah Kelsey. I'm also a senior, and I am a setter.
Lauren Henley, I'm a senior, and I play middle blocker and outside hitter.
Go ahead, Sky. If you'll introduce yourself.
Sky O'Brien, I'm an outside hitter, and I'm also a defensive specialist, and I'm in my senior year.
My name is Katie Knight. I'm a senior, and I'm also a libero.
My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm a senior, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah Rapier, and I'm in my junior year, and I'm a setter. My name is Leah
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to start with Leah and work our way back down for this next question. Okay. Talk to us about you as an individual volleyball player. What do you think your strengths are as a volleyball player, and how does that help your team? Leah?
I do think my individual strengths are being a leader and helping the team come together. We have a lot of new girls on our team that's never really picked up a ball before, and so I love to come and help them and just be a leader.
Awesome. Great. Thanks. Katie, same question. What are your strengths as a volleyball player, and how do you use that to make your team successful?
I think my strengths are definitely leadership. The beginning of summer, like Coach Randall mentioned, it was Sky and I. It was a player-led practices most of the time, and I feel like we really helped our girls, and we brought up their skill level, and we helped them succeed at practice when it was just us two working with the girls, and a lot of them showed up, and a lot of them were there and ready and wanted to be there. And for myself, I think that really helped me because I knew that these other girls wanted to be there just as much as I did, and it helped me realize that.
Yeah, that's great. Guy, tell us about you. What are your strengths as a volleyball player, and how do you use those to make the team successful?
I think one of my biggest strengths as a volleyball player is my energy. There's a lot that goes into playing volleyball. You know, a lot of the girls get in their head or are down after making a mistake, and I feel like my energy as an individual really brings the team like on the court, and being able to speak life into them when they're kind of down. I think another one is dedication. There's a lot that one goes through in their own day. There's so much that we have going on, so wanting to play, wanting to be there is a big thing for me. So
Thank you. Lauren, talk to us about your strengths as a volleyball player, and how do you use that to make the team successful?
I think my strengths as a volleyball player would be my leadership skills. I've been playing volleyball with Coach Hill for a very long time now, so I think that just trying to be like the person that some of our younger players could go to, or just be like, hey, could you help me with my serve? Like, just trying to be there to help them. And also my team, keeping them uplifted, just keep good energy. When we're not doing good, just be like, hey guys, let's pick it up, keep our energy up, we're okay. And I just think that helps with coming to my team and just being a good leader.
Awesome. Thanks, Lauren. Mariah, same question. What are your strengths as a volleyball player, and how do you use those to make the team successful?
I feel my strength as a volleyball player is definitely being able to get out of my head to pick my own team up, because volleyball is such an emotional sport, and being that one person to be able to pick the team up is very necessary. So I feel like that's a good strength of mine.
Absolutely. Thank you. Lily, tell us about your strengths. What are your strengths as a player, and how do you use those to make your team successful?
I feel that my strengths as a volleyball player, and not only just on the team but still outside of the team, is just making sure that everyone is still doing good even after a bad loss in the game. Kind of just being there to uplift them, and then even during practices just being like a mentor to the younger players who are new and still trying to get certain basics down and getting their serves down as well.
Awesome. So we'll start this next question with Lily and work our way back down. I want you to think about practice. Right, how's practice been this season, and what are you guys focused on improving, both as an individual and as a team?
Practices this summer have definitely been really good. We have been working very hard, especially during our summer matches, and not only just trying to get out of our own heads, but still trying to see different areas on what we need to fix in general, and a lot of communication goes into that. Our practices have mainly been going through communication, and still as a team ourselves, we have come together as girls itself, and we have really each other and still trying to uplift each other through everything, and seeing we can individually help each other, and still and my own self, I just try and get out of my head and stuff, and the girls on the team really help with that.
Awesome. Thank you. Mariah, same question. Talk to us about practice. How's it been, and what are you as an individual and as a team focused on improving?
Practice has actually been really we've been going through a lot of things, trying new things, getting our team together on how to, we've been learning new skills, so we've been implementing that into our practices, and we've been working really hard.
Lauren, talk to us about practice and what y'all are working on improving.
Practice has been great, honestly. I think we have a really good group of girls. The energy has been very high energy. Just also like getting like our practice done, but also like having, having fun also. And I just think that it's just been going really good so far. I think we're gonna have a great season.
Awesome. Thanks. Sky, tell us about practice. How's it been so far? And what are you guys as an individual and as a team focused on improving?
I think practice has been really effective so far. Like I said earlier, we don't really have, in the beginning of practice, we didn't really have we had a coaching situation. But just us coming together as a team and pulling each other in, be like, hey, there's still practice. We still have to put this work in and, do what we have to do. So I think that that really ties into it, as well as after practice, we always come in together as a team and we ask each other, was this practice effective? Is there something else that we need to work on to know what we need to do next? And I think that that really helps us as a team.
Great. Thanks, Sky. Katie, same question. How's practice been, or what are you focused on improving as an individual, but also as a team?
I think practice has been effective, like Sky said. As an individual, I can definitely work on reading the hitters and moving my feet to the ball. If I know that the hitters are going to be short, I can move my feet sooner without having to necessarily dive for the ball, and I can stay on my feet and be ready for the next play. And as a team, I would definitely say working on communication. That's a thing we need to work on all the time, and I think that's about it.
That's great. Thank you. Thanks, Katie. Let's go ahead, Leah. Tell us about practice. How's it been, and what are you focused on improving?
I do think practice has been very good for all of us, especially now that Coach Joy is here. She has helped us with a lot of conditioning and just bringing us in as a team and as a family. For the individual, I need to work on my setting more and understanding what my hitters want. And what was the last question?
Just what do you think your team's working on?
Definitely what Katie said is that we really need to work more on communication and getting there to the ball. I do think dedication too is good for most of our players.
Awesome. Great. Hey, thanks for sharing that. This last question for me, and then we'll go to Mr. Shivers from our local media. But I want to start with Leah, and we'll work our way back down. What is your team's biggest strength, and why? What's your team's biggest strength, Leah?
I think my team's biggest strength is dedication, showing up to practice, working hard in practice, and just being there for all of each other and becoming a family. We have our JV, we have our varsity, but all together we still are a family. There is no just JV, there is no just varsity. It's all in one.
Awesome. Katie, what do you think? What's your team's biggest strength and why?
I think I'm going to have to agree with Leah on this one. I want to say dedication too. Just because all of the girls have showed up to the summer practices and have showed up and showed out. We have all hustled as a team, and we've all done really well this summer season.
Awesome. Thank you. Sky, what's your team's biggest strength and why?
Can you repeat that, please?
What's your team's biggest strength and why do you think that's their biggest strength?
I would say my team's biggest strength is being a player-driven team. There is a lot of teams that just have a coach-driven team where the coach wants to be there, the coach wants to put in the work, but us together as a team, a lot of the girls, like they said, a lot of the new girls have never really played volleyball before, but still showed up to every practice, still put in the work, still hustled, despite us not having a coach. So that, I feel like that gets us far as a team and all together.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll go over to Lauren. What's your team's biggest strength and why?
Say our team's biggest strength is our bond. Outside of volleyball, I think we all hang out with each other, talk to each other call. That it.
Perfect. Mariah, what do you think? What's your team's biggest strength?
I do agree with Lauren. We have a really good bond with everybody. We do keep in touch all the time, see each other in school, outside of school. And also I would say that our strength is that we all have a common ground of we want to be successful and win. And that also brings our friendship together too, is that we try really hard and put in that work. and that brings us closer together.
Awesome. Thank you. Lily, what do you think the team's biggest strength is?
To piggyback off of what both Lauren and Mariah said, our team is really a big family, to be honest. And we have seen it grow, and that bond has certainly gotten a lot stronger this summer, especially during FCA and during certain camps that we have done over the summer. I say that not only just our bond, but our strives and dedication to the game of wanting to win, and not only just having our spirits up on the court, but having fun overall and being a team that comes together.
Awesome. Great.
I'll stay right here with you, Lily. What are you looking forward to the most for your senior year?
This year, for my senior year, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is honestly just having fun with my friends on the sports that I am in, and still outside of school with those same friends that I have come to know through these last 4 years of high school.
Mariah, what are some of your individual goals for this season?
Individual goals are maybe working on, and well, this is my last season playing, so getting the goal out of the way of being able to accomplish like my serves. I want to be able to know that I can get it over, and I want to be confident in whatever I do, and that's definitely a big goal for me, and I strive to finish and complete that goal for myself.
My next question for you, Lauren. Lauren, I had the opportunity to watch you. This will be my third year watching you. I know you're an amazing basketball player as well. How do you translate playing basketball to playing volleyball?
I think because we're both sports, I think I play a really big part of the leadership, and I just think that just being a leader for both teams just kind of, translates to one another, to just knowing my teammates and knowing like what they do well and like who I could go to if I need something done, or just like knowing my team. And I just think that it just plays a big part.
Coach Hill. Coach Hill, what would make this season so special for you?
We have a lot of love on our team. I think they love each other just unconditionally, and just watching them rally around each other, even on bad games, taking it and learning something from everything that we do, from day one and continuing it at the end of the season, and still rallying around each other to cheer each other on as we become older and graduate and just blossom into the family that we are.
Next question for you, Coach Joy. Welcome to Griffin. Since you've been here, Miss Joy, what are some of the things that you have brought to the volleyball team?
Sisterhood. I see so much talent on this team. Their leadership, how they support one another, how they rally together, just like Coach Hill said, how they rally together. If one is down, they're lifting each other up. I try to bring the team together, both teams together, because I know I have 7 seniors on the varsity team, and they are the leaders, and they're the ones that support the younger girls as we're moving forward. So you are my sister's keeper. You are going to pull me up. We stopped the giggling when I got there. We learned that I meant no nonsense. I meant that we were going to strengthen our legs, right? Balance, right? Communication. These are very important. These things are going to help them if they decide to be an athlete at the collegiate level. But sportsmanship comes with team effort, comes with teamwork. And these girls have awakened this 50-year-old lady. And I'm so proud of them. Because when I come out of my classroom to go to the gym, they have already done their warm-ups. They have already ran the track up top. They have already did their suicides. And they're ready for when it's time, when I hit there, we're done, we're ready to go. That hee ha ha ha, that laughter, they know when I step on the court, it's about business. Because these girls are winners. These girls are winners. Because we are all our sisters' keepers, regardless if we're at different schools. We uplift each other. And I can't wait for us to just come together as one. I'm very proud of them. Truly. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question for Sky. Sky, can you go into detail about your leadership skill?
As far as my leadership skills, there was, like I mentioned earlier, we had coaching problems in the beginning, and I knew that me being a senior I would have to step up and, make choices that, texting our teammates, hey, there's practice today, you gotta come, or we have a tournament, we have to get ready for that. I took the liberty of remembering each of my teammates' name, whether I've known them for a while or I just met them, learning where they do better on the court, learning if they struggle, if they're having doubts. So just learning them as a person, but also as a teammate, was one thing that I felt like I had to step up and do. And also uplifting our teammates because, not having coaches is something scary, because you can be led by your teammates, but it's a different experience when you have a coach teaching you how to play a game, how to win, and how to move when you're in a game. So I feel like I had to step up as well as Katie, and we would just, do what we see fit as far as us being on the court.
Next question for you, Katie. What individual goals do you have for yourself this year?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
What individual goal you have for yourself this season?
To definitely read the ball better. That's something that I've been trying to work on, as well as school ball and club ball. To be faster on my feet, so we can start our offense for our team.
Leah, I've been watching volleyball for the last 3 years, but I still don't know what a setter is. Can you tell me what a setter is?
For me, what I think as a setter is the setter would take control of the court. Setter always gets second ball. So we are constantly getting those passes from our passers in the back, and we have to make those plays for a good game.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple more questions. We got a couple minutes left, and so want to have a little fun. And so, ladies, I want you to give me one word that describes your coach. We're gonna start. Let's start with Lily and work our way down. Give me one word that describes Coach Hill, Lily.
Excuse me. I would definitely say she's very passionate about her girls. She definitely likes to stay in the drama of what goes on with her players' lives. But other than that, it's all endearing. It's all out of love. She just has a lot of love for her girls since she's seen a lot of her players from start to finish, one of them being Lauren. She definitely has grown a lot, and that's just how I would describe Coach Hill. She's very passionate about her team.
Passionate, that's great. Mariah, what do you think?
Hey, Coach Hill is very ambitious. She wants us to go out there, and she wants us to do our best and win. That's what she wants. She wants to come home with a trophy, and that's what we go try to do for her. So.
I like it, ambitious. There we go. Lauren, what do you got?
I definitely say welcoming. My favorite memories when it comes to volleyball is eating pregame. He hates it. I just love laughing and giggling before games, just enjoying our bonding before and discussing what we should do in our execution plan for the game. That's definitely, I think she's very welcoming, even though she doesn't quite like that.
Welcoming, I like it. Sky, what do you think? What's one word?
There's a lot to describe my coach, but I would definitely say a diva. My coach is, once you hear that accent, you better hush up and get to where you need to be, or else that track will be running all practice.
Hey, there you go.
But when I say diva, I mean it in a good way. You know, there's a lot that she tells us in a practice day, but she means it in the right way and in the best way. And she's very, I thought I was the most energetic, but when she gets there, it's just like, ooh, she takes it from me. Like, she's the most energetic. But yeah, diva.
I like that. That's good. Katie, what do you got?
Let's say business, like, because you know when Coach Randall comes on the court, it's all business. Like, we are getting straight to practice. We're getting to what seriously needs to be done, skill level, whether that's running, or whether that's being on the court with a volleyball in our hands. But I do mean that in a good way, of course, because I know that she means business, but she means it because she loves us and she wants what's best for us.
Great, great. Leah, what you got?
I do think Coach Joy is very joyful and loving because as soon as she came here to coach us, I just knew we were going to have a good coach because she was very family oriented. Yeah, sorry. And then she does mean business, as what Katie said. We condition, she wants us to go to playoffs, like get that trophy. So yeah, she's very loving and connects us as a family.
Awesome, awesome. So my last question is for our coaches, and when can we come to your gyms and see you guys? When's our next home game, or where are some games or some matches in the future that you guys are looking forward to?
Our first game is August the 12th, Tuesday, and we are going to Noonan. Our second game is the 14th, and we are going to be in Lamar County. I think we're playing Lamar and Butts. I think so. That's who we're going to be going against. And I am looking forward, but you are welcome to come anytime and watch us practice because I welcome it. The more, the merrier. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Coach
You're
Hill,
welcome.
when can we catch you guys next, or first, I guess?
Our first game was yesterday, so we had our season opener yesterday.
Hey, great.
We went down to Rutland. We played Taylor High School and Rutland High School, so we ended up 1-1. Tomorrow we will be at where are we going? Callaway. So I don't know the other school that will be there, but we'll be at Callaway. And our season opener is August the 20th. Spalding will be joining us along with Central Macon. So come out 5 o'clock and let's play some volleyball and have some fun.
Yeah, let's pack the gym and support all our volleyball student athletes, and we appreciate you guys. Ladies, thank y'all for being here. You can tell that you guys like each other and you like your sport, which is awesome. And just know that as a system, we're really proud of you, and thank you for all that you put in to support our schools and to represent us. You do it well, and we're proud of you, and we'll be supporting you and cheering for you on the court this year. So let's give them a hand, guys. We want to get a picture of you girls. Ladies, if you'll come to the front, we'll get a picture together, the coaches and the athletes, and then we'll wrap up this 2025 Fall Sports Media Day.